Hey guys, my name is Megan. Thank you for choosing to practice with me today. In today's sequence, we will focus on opening up our back bend. So we'll be doing a lot of work opening up the front line of the body and building strength in the back line of the body, especially the glutes, as we work towards some nice open back bends. We'll start together on our backs. So take your time to get comfortable. You can start with your feet flat, knees point up towards the ceiling. A bound angle shape might feel good for you. Or you can start with your legs extended out long down the length of your mat. We'll be here for a few moments, so make sure that you're comfortable, that you can invite some ease into your body and your breath before we get really moving into our practice. And I invite you in these first few moments to check in with how you've landed on your mat. Acknowledge the flow of your breath, the flow of energy. And maybe where you're at mentally, emotionally, or spiritually today. And whether you would consider yourself a yogi or not, take a few moments to create some intention around what brought you to your mat today, what you might need physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And see if with that intention you can create some of that support through the movements that we'll explore. So with back bends, that might mean opening up some space for more of what you love, more of what you care about. Maybe it's this idea of opening up to let go of the things that you no longer need to hold on to. So take the next few moments to just connect to what this practice means to you today. Bend into your knees and bring your feet flat to the mat when you are ready to move. With your arms alongside your body, fingers graze your heels. We'll start with a flow through our bridge pose. With an inhale, press into your feet. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Squeeze into your glutes. And as you exhale, slowly soften your hips back down to the mat. Again, nice and slow. Breath will guide you. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, slow, lower. One more time. Inhale, breath. Press into your feet. Lift your hips. Squeeze your glutes. And exhale, come all the way back down. Draw your knees in towards your chest, one at a time. When both knees meet, you might start to make some circles with the knees. They're moving together a few times in one direction. Acknowledge a gentle massage in your lower back. And then switch directions when it feels right to do so, a few moving the opposite way. Knees will pause back through center. Take your hands to the back of your knees now. Rock and roll along your spine 2, 3, 4 times. And rise up to a seat facing the top of your mat. In this seated position, anchor down through your sit bones. Take your arms out to a T. We'll take a variation of cat-cow from here. So as you inhale, can you squeeze your shoulder blades back, lengthen up through the chest as you look up? Exhale, round as you draw your navel to your spine, chin to chest. Create space between your shoulder blades, reach forward. Again, inhale, we'll open you up, lift your chest, lift your gaze, squeeze your shoulders back. And exhale, round, navel to spine, chin to chest. Let's take 3 more. Big inhale, breath open. And exhale, round in. 2 more. Inhale, breath open. And exhale, round. The last one, big inhale, breath. And exhale, round. Inhale, come up through center, soften your arms to your side body, give your shoulders a couple of rolls, and then meet in a tabletop position. From tabletop, charge your right heel back behind you. Okay. And right away, can you feel your core fire up? Squeeze into your glutes. You can use an inhale to kick more through your heel, and as you exhale, round your knee in towards your nose. Big stretch for the back body as you crunch in. Inhale, extend your right leg long, and exhale, crunch in. 3 more, slow, steady with your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze in. 2 more, keep your core strong. Inhale, and exhale. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, squeeze in. Then extend your right leg long and lower your right toes down to the mat. Slide your left hand slightly forward, tuck your left toes in behind you, open to a modified side plank. Your right arm will reach up towards the ceiling as you anchor down through that left palm. Core is on, squeeze into your glutes. Lift your right foot up away from the mat. And you can stay right here, or we explore some back bend prep. Bend your right knee, reach back for the big toe edge of your right foot. As you do, kick into your right hand and send your hips towards the right side of your space. If this doesn't cause strain in your neck, you can look up, or you can keep your gaze towards the side of your space down towards the mat. Continue to open up, peel your right shoulder more open. Okay, acknowledge sensation in the right quad. Stay for 1 more big inhale. Slower than you want to, release your bind. Right foot down to the mat. Right hand to the mat, tabletop. Right knee will pull in. Okay, let's try that the other side. Left leg will kick back behind. Inhale to lengthen. Core on, squeeze your glutes. As you exhale, round left knee in towards nose. Stretch your back body. Inhale, breath again, extend. And exhale, squeeze in. You have 3 more to explore. Squeeze into your glutes. Keep that core on. Exhale, draw in. Anchor away from both palms. Kick and squeeze in. You have 1 more full round. Inhale to kick back. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Extend your left leg long, lower your left toes. Right toes will kick out behind you. Right hand moves slightly forward. This is going to feel nicer on the shoulder for most of us. Left arm will reach up towards the ceiling. Good. So while you anchor here, try to keep as much space between your right ear and right shoulder. Option 2, explore. Left leg will kick up. Bend your left knee. You find your big toe, maybe. Big toe edge with your left hand. Now you start the kick into your left hand as you send your hips more forward. Peel your left shoulder more back. You can look up towards the ceiling, creating that opening up through the front line of the body. Okay, 1 more inhale. Slower than you want to, exhale. Left leg extends back, left hand to the mat. Tabletop, we're back here together. Inhale, belly will fall. Exhale, round. Cow-cat movement might feel good for a reset. Then come back through center. Okay. Bring your knees together, sit back, hips on heels. Okay, give your shoulders a big roll. Option 1, you stay right here. Tops of the feet are flat. Option 2, take your hands in behind you. Give your shoulders another roll to lift your chest. Okay, and then see if you can slide your tailbone down to create the length through the front line of your body. Okay. We're just here for a few moments. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften in. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, soften in. Slowly walk your hands forward. Rise up onto your knees. We'll set up for Camel Pose. I have pretty sensitive knees, so I'm going to roll my mat for some extra padding. You're welcome to do so. Okay. Tuck your toes under or keep the tops of the feet flat, whatever's more comfortable. Now, it's still early on in the practice, so there's no forcing, pushing. And just be mindful that because it's early, there might be a little less range. So with your hands at your low back, inhale, roll your shoulders up towards your ears. As you exhale, begin the round back. Thighs, hips, stomach move forward. Squeeze into your glutes. They're supporting the back line of your body. Okay, and think about lifting your chest up towards the ceiling like you're rounding over a big exercise ball behind you. Okay. And you're here for a few rounds of breath. Again, we're not forcing, we're not working towards an edge quite yet either. We'll have another opportunity to come into camel later on. Next inhale will bring you back up through center, send your gaze forward. Slowly sit your hips back on your heels. You can unroll your mat, but just take a moment to let that settle in. Notice any shift in your posture, any shift in your energy. Downward facing dog. Bring your hands to the mat, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Pedal out your knees a few times right and left. You can sway from side to side, shake your head, no, yes. If you can find comfort in stillness, I encourage you to land there for a breath or two. Just feel the big stretch along the back line of the body, okay, through the spine into the back of the legs. With your inhale, can you kick your right leg up and back behind you? Bend your right knee and stack your hip, but try to keep equal weight in both hands. Lift your knee up a little bit higher. You can acknowledge a stretch in the back of your left leg. And then let's lift high onto the left toes. Look forward, right foot will land at the top of your mat. You might need to shimmy your left toes back slightly as you lower your left knee top of your foot. And bring your hands to your right thigh. Once you arrive here, can you give your shoulders a big roll down and back? Keep your chest lifted, core in. Okay. And if you're okay, you're feeling stable in the lower body, you can reach your arms overhead. And we'll use this as another opportunity to explore that back bend sensation. Lift up through your chest. And as you keep the lower body really stable, think of lengthening up out of the hips as you round your upper body back. For some of you with the arms overhead, it might feel a bit overwhelming. So you're welcome to interlace your hands to the base of your skull. Think of opening up through your elbows. Keep lifting the chest round back. Inhale will bring you back through center. Exhale, tent your fingertips on the mat. Tuck your left toes under and pause. We'll add a twist. Left hand meets the mat. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Think left hip back, right hip forward. There's this slight rinsing sensation through the midline of the body. Stay for one more in-breath. As you exhale, bring your fingertips to the mat. Okay, tent up on both sides. Find a little bit of buoyancy and step to the top of your mat. There's a forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up, full body stretch. And exhale, hands meet at heart center. Give your shoulders a big roll and release arms to your side body, mountain pose. Okay. From here, shift your weight into your left foot and bring your right knee up in towards your chest. We'll play with first round of dancer's pose. Again, it's still super early in the practice. Think of this as working more of your form rather than depth, okay? So fire up your strong left quad and glute. Send your right knee back now so it meets your left knee, okay? Your right foot's behind you here. Take your right hand out. I'll turn to face you here, mirroring you. So take your right hand out, reach and grab the big toe edge of your right foot. Okay, so you'll notice that helps to open up the shoulder. Chest is open, tuck your knees, your hips, square them off at the front of the space, and reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Now again, early on in the practice, this might be exactly where you stay. Okay, think about squeezing the glutes, shifting your hips forward. If you feel comfortable, you're welcome to add the kick into your right hand, slow hinge from the hips. Keep reaching your left fingertips forward, chest is lifted, gaze is forward. And then slowly come back through center. Both feet flat to the mat, squeeze your glutes, keep the hips moving forward. Okay. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, and exhale, slow hinge fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into a plank pose and pause. Dome across your back body, squeeze into your quads and glutes. And for this first transition to our forelimb staff pose or chaturanga, if that's familiar, knees meet the mat, gaze is forward, bend your elbows at 90 degrees as you hover your chest. Okay, elbows graze in. Upward dog as you inhale, press into the tops of your feet, peel your shoulders back. Okay, so just like our other back bends, lift up through your chest, gaze moves forward. Okay, press away from your palms, squeeze your quads and your glutes. Downward facing dog. Ha. Pedal your knees out a few times, right, left. And then we'll explore the other side when you're ready. Left leg will kick up and back behind you. See if you can charge down more through your right heel. Bend the knee if it's quite intense. Then bend your top knee. Think of that left heel falling towards your right glute. Okay. Upper body is still strong and stable. And then come high on your right toes, look forward, left foot lands at the top of your mat. Okay. Lower your right knee, top of your foot, and rise up. Shoulders over hips, hands rest on your left thigh. Okay. And focus first on creating some stability in your lower body before we explore the back bend. Okay, so let this be the foundation that we really grow up and out from. Arms can come up overhead when you're ready. Okay. Keep your core on, keep your ribs in. Inhale, breath, and explore back. Chest moves up towards the ceiling, gaze up towards the ceiling. We're not forcing, move within your range, only as far back as the breath is allowing. Again, you can interlace your hands to the base of your skull, open up your elbows, open up your chest. Inhale will bring you back up through center before we transition all the way through. Fire back up into your core and bring your hands down to the mat. Right toes will tuck under, left hand or right hand will meet the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs. Left arm will guide your twist towards the left. Good. And again, try to keep this top shoulder from your top ear. So if that means keeping your gaze down, no problem. We're not forcing. We're not moving through poses that create more strain in the body. So try to invite some of that ease in. One more inhale breath. Exhale, left fingertips meet the mat. Tent back onto your right fingertips. Gentle shift forward and back as you step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Full body stretch, reach up. Squeeze your glutes. There might be that back bend for you. Hands meet at heart. Hands to side body. Ha. Okay, we switch now over to the right side. So shift your weight into your right foot. Draw your left knee up in towards your chest. Soften your shoulders from your ears. So again, I'll just turn to mirror you here. Left knee in. Okay, right leg is strong, quad on, glute on. Tilt that pelvis so that you feel length up from the hips. Send your knee back to meet the right. Left hand out to find the big toe edge. So you'll notice that open and close sensation of the shoulder. We want to open it up. Big toe edge. Left arm up, right arm up towards the ceiling. Then again, you guys, this might be where you stay. Challenge the balance. Okay, fire up the core and the glutes. Option to add the kick. Slow kick into your left foot, left hand. Chest will stay open, gaze forward. There's a natural hinge from the hips. Good, inhale, come back through center. We'll have another try, so let's meet feet on the top of the mat. Shake that out, let that go. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, round back. Exhale, slow hinge, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Let's take another flow through, knees to the mat or keep them lifted. Slowly lower your chest to hover, gaze is forward. Upward dog, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, one more standing wave of poses. Check back in with your body, reconnect to your breath. Let's lift the right leg up and back behind, bend your knee and stack your hip. Okay, so second time in this shape. Option 1, stay right here. Option 2, begin to tent onto your right fingertips. You can stay here or flip your dog all the way over to Wild Thing. Come high on your left toes, left heel will roll open. Right foot meets the left side of your space. Press into your feet, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, gaze and fingertips reach forward. Try to keep a soft bend in this bottom elbow. Fire up your strong tricep, bicep. Press away from your palms, squeeze your glutes. Stay for one more in-breath. Exhale, come back through center. Right hand to the mat. Right leg will kick up and back. Look forward, step forward. Lunge. Okay, this time we'll come right into our twist. Left hand flat to the mat, right arm open towards the right side of your space. Again, here are your choices. You're welcome to stay right here, or option to tent onto your left fingertips. Create some light, easeful space, and then rise all the way up to a revolved crescent lunge. Okay, right arm will reach back, left arm will reach forward. And then let's invite some space into the lateral line of the body. Right hand will slide down your left leg as your left arm will trace up and back. Okay. Continue to sink deep into that front quad. Reach up, reach back. Next inhale will bring you back up through center, then all the way down to the mat. Slow shift forward and back. Step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach up, look up, gentle back bend, and exhale. Okay, I have my fireplace going, makeshift, hot yoga. It's getting warm. All right, let's try our dancer's pose on the left side again. So facing you here, anchor into your left foot, bend your right knee in towards your chest. Okay. So this will be our second and final opportunity on this side. Let's see what space is starting to open up in the body. Send your right knee back to meet your left. Right palm to your big toe edge, shoulder back, left arm towards the ceiling, and then begin that slow, steady kick into your right hand. The hinge will happen naturally. Keep your chest lifted. You're finding that balance between the reach and the kick. Keep squeezing into your strong standing left quad and glute. Stay, stay, stay. And slowly release through center. Nice job. Inhale, arms reach up and over. Exhale, slow fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank. Whether you keep the knees lifted or lower them to the mat, let's move through. This is low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hey, you're welcome to lower your knees. Take a moment to catch your breath, calm your body. I'm going to grab a sip of water. And let's keep moving. Other side. Last bit of standing work, you guys. Downward facing dog. Left leg will kick up and back. Bend your left knee and stack your hip. Once again, you know the options here. You're welcome to hold. Option to tent up onto your left fingertips. Come high on your right toes and flip all the way over. Okay. You might be a bit more graceful than I am. Feet flat to the mat. Squeeze your glutes. Lift up. Reach forward. Okay, so you anchor down through your right palm. Keep the activation in the back line of your body. Lift. Reach. One more inhale breath. Exhale slowly. Come back through center. Left leg high to the sky. Look forward. Step forward. There's your lunge. Okay. Right hand flat to the mat, move into your twist, left arm up towards the ceiling. Okay, friends, you're welcome to stay right here or explore. Anchor down through this strong foundation, press away from your left foot, tent up onto your right fingertips until you can rise up. Left arm will reach back, right fingertips reach forward. Left hand to the back of your right leg. Trace the ceiling with your right fingertips as you reach up and reach back. We're inviting space into the lateral right line of the body. Keep your chest lifted. Inhale will slowly guide you up through center. Exhale down to the mat. Slow shift forward and back. Step all the way forward, forward, fold. Inhale halfway. Ooh, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, full body stretch. Hands to heart. Exhale, ha. Okay, last standing dancer's pose. We'll shift to the right foot. Squeeze your left knee in towards the chest. Okay, and this might be where you stay. Or start to send your left knee back. Left palm will find the big toe edge of your left foot. Again, to open up the shoulder. Keep your core on, squeeze your glutes, right arm towards the ceiling. And allow that slow kick. Hinge and reach. Find the balance between your fingertips forward, the kick into your back foot, and that stability in the core. See if you can challenge yourself. Kick up, kick back. One more inhale breath. And exhale slowly and wind. Both feet flat to the mat. Ooh, roll your shoulders, let that go. Inhale, arms reach up and over. Exhale, slow fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Last plank. Transition from high plank to low plank. Remember, with or without the knees. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Child's pose. Whew, let's recover for a moment. Let that go. Land in your body. Hey, and as promised, one more opportunity for camel pose. So come up onto your knees, roll your mat in. If you did so on the first set and it felt good. Toes can tuck under, or the tops of your feet can meet the mat. Hands to your low back, give your shoulders a big roll. Okay. When you're ready, guide your tailbone down, squeeze into your glutes, hips forward, round back. Keep your chest lifted, gaze lifted. Okay, and if you have more space this time and you can see further down the wall behind you, option to reach for your heels. Tucking the toes under serves a bit of an advantage, brings the heels closer towards the body. Okay, but wherever you are, keep sending your hip bones more forward. Keep lifting up through the chest. Try to avoid the collapsing into the low back. And your inhale breath will guide you up. Gaze forward, soften your shoulders, and sit back, hips on heels. If there's comfort in closing your eyes, I encourage you to do so. Let all of that sensation settle, land in your body. All right, slowly unroll your mat. Downward facing dog. We'll begin the cool down integration part of our practice. Right leg will kick up and back behind you. Pigeon pose. Right knee will land in behind your right wrist. Left leg will extend long behind you. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and down your back. Pause for a moment as you settle into your hips. And when you are ready, you can walk your hands forward and land in a fold over the front shin. Stack your palms or your fists or land your forehead all the way down on the mat. For some of you, pigeon pose might not feel great on the body, so you're welcome to take a supine variation. Figure 4 with the option to bind through. We'll stay here for a few rounds of breath as we allow the muscles supporting the back line of the body to soften in with this fold over the front shin. Continue to draw your shoulders away from your ears. And just for time's sake, I'll begin the transition to the other side, but please, if you feel really good where you are, linger for as long as you need to. We'll transition back through down dog. Okay, take whatever movement you need to let that go. And left leg will lift up and back. Left knee lands behind your left wrist. Take a moment to anchor into the hips, create some length in the spine, and walk forward when you're ready to do so. Again, if for any reason pigeon pose doesn't feel great, it often can be uncomfortable. If you have some knee issues or hip issues, you can thread the needle on your back. So that figure 4 foundation as you thread through. And take what you need to create that ease and invite balance back into the body. Linger as long as you need to. If you're ready to come out, we'll do a slightly different transition this time. Roll onto your left glute to swing your legs around, both hands flat to the mat, and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Then we'll come all the way down to our backs. Draw your knees in towards your chest. One more pose. I'll guide you through one more pose, and of course, you're welcome to take anything else you need. A supine twist. Shift your hips over towards the right. Guide your stacked knees over towards the left. You can take your right arm out to a cactus or a T and send your gaze over your right shoulder. Just to rinse out a bit of the work completed in our back bends today. Invite some symmetry and balance back into the midline of the body. Inhale, we'll bring your gaze back through center, your lower body back through center. You can lift your hips to realign and then swing them towards the left and drop your knees over towards the right. Okay, there's no rush. Move through these transitions in a way that feels comfortable in your body. Take your time. To transition out, gaze will meet back through center, knees back through center. Move to realign your lower body. Give yourself one more squeeze in. And your final pose, corpse pose, your rest, your shavasana. You can allow yourself now to sink in. Scan your body for any change in sensation, energy. Can you feel a subtle heat in the back line of the body and some of that breezy openness through the front line? If you've drifted from your intention, can you bring yourself back to maybe what came up for you in this practice? How were you able to create space in your body or encourage release? And what it feels like now to be in your physical body, to return back to the flow of your breath. I encourage you to rest in your final pose for as long as you can today. And if you'd like to join me in bringing the hands to heart center in yoga, this is Anjali Mudra, gesture of acknowledgement and gratitude. Can you take a moment to silently thank yourself for taking the time to roll out your mat today? And with so much gratitude from my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you guys again for joining me in practice today. I would love to hear how this felt in your body. If you have requests for any other poses or transitions, I'd love to hear from you to assist you in more of this work. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope to see you back here again.